Greetings, my name's Raf Britton and I'm a wildlife photographer in Ireland. In this video, I set up some trail cameras to try and find out where a mystery animal is coming from. If it's successful, they will be put at the end of the video. So I hope you enjoy. I'm excited for this one. Last year, I got a glimpse of a small dark mammal and I wasn't fully sure what it was. However, I had a suspicion that it was either something like a mink, pine marten, or maybe an otter. But I didn't get a clear view, just a glimpse. So I put a trail camera up this year because when I found the frogs spawning, I also saw a lot of frog debris. Something's obviously eating them. And sure enough, I actually did find a mink on my trail camera. More interestingly though, there's a lot of other things. So there's the buzzards, the mink, the pine marten, foxes. There's kestrels around. I haven't seen them with a frog or going for a frog, but I'm sure they eat them. Most interestingly of all is otters. So we live, up not a mountain, but a considerable hill, hence why I'm dying here. And I wouldn't have thought otters would come all this way inland, but they have. Not just one of them, there was 3 of them last night on the camera and this morning, so I'll put some of that video up. So what I'm doing today, I'm just going checking the camera that we've got up. I also have 2 trail cameras with me, which I want to put a little bit further downstream to see if I can find how these otters are travelling up and down. So yeah, I'll bring you with me and we'll see what we can see. Yeah, I'm also using this as a little bit of an opportunity to try out this fella here. This is the DJI Mic 2. So I literally just got it this week. Basically, I decided that when I'm out walking like this, it would be nice to, be able to do some pieces to camera and not have audio that's being obliterated by the wind. I did try with a different camera and a shotgun microphone, but I wasn't really that happy with the sound quality. I see a lot of wildlife photographers use this setup, so I've bought a single unit. I've had a few issues with it, just regards recording directly onto my iPhone, and I can't change settings on it now unless I get a few other things, so I still need to resolve those issues. But for now, I'm just recording internally into the microphone in hopes that I'll be able to sync that audio with this audio from the iPhone. So yeah, I'm recording in the DJI Mic 2 and the iPhone. We'll see how it links up. Probably won't. They'll be slightly out of sync. I won't be happy, but look, let's try these things to find out. So yeah, hopefully the audio sounds good. Throughout this video, you'll probably see this mic moving around a bit. because I don't really know how close I need it to my face to get good audio. From what I've done at home with it, it's very quiet, so I have to boost the volume in post. So I'm just playing around with the locations. So yeah, don't pay too much attention if you see it moving around a lot. Anyway, we're nearly at the pond. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the trail cameras that I have. So I'll actually stop for a minute to explain these and I'll show you. Or in fact, you know what? I will get them out and I'll show you. I just have to set up my my phone and this mic, so I'll be back. So as any good wildlife photographer would do, I've put my phone in some bracken. That's what you're seeing in front of the camera. And I've got my bag here with 2 trail cameras in it. So I'll show you them now and explain the difference between them. Yes, I've got 2 trail cameras here. These are K&F trail cameras. They're cheap. These are what I started with. So I paid €50 or around that for one of these. And it gets the job done. It does a very respectable job. For the price, they're good. Like if you're looking to get a trail camera and get started, by all means, this will get you going. There are a few drawbacks though. So I'll show you that now. Basically, I put a note in mine as well, just so if anyone finds it, hopefully they wouldn't be thinking that I'm a hunter or, you know, vandalizing it if they see that I'm a wildlife photographer. Hopefully it'll work in my favour. Maybe not. Maybe it'll go against me, who knows. But anyway, this is the trail camera. It's covering that, it's got some details on there. But my issue with this is the buttons don't always do what they're supposed to do. At the start they were fine, but having had this for maybe a year or 2, I find these days that I'll go to replay my images, I'll be pressing the down button to try and go through them, and it starts actually playing the video, which it shouldn't. It should be going through the videos. So that's a little bit of a drawback. The other issue is batteries. These take 8 batteries. Now they last a long time, but sometimes if you place a camera and something's blowing around a lot, it'll keep triggering it and your camera will be dead before you know it. Now you've got 8 batteries to discard, and then you've also got to replace them. So unless you have rechargeable batteries, I just find it can be a little bit wasteful. It kind of bothers me a bit. So the solution is this one. This is a Cyomur CY95 camera. These are my favourite. I think these are phenomenal. So what you'll see here is a solar panel. Basically, I have 3 of these at this stage. Since I've had them, I have not had to recharge them yet, because when they're in the sun, they're charging. They don't use that much energy, so they can actually just be there for a long time and be okay. There's a good guy on YouTube called Jeff Cooper, and he had a video where he had one of these out for a year, and it was fine after that. Still had battery, still worked. Another reason that I love these is the button layout is fantastic. Even after a year, they're just working absolutely fine. The buttons you press do what they're supposed to do. So yeah, I'm a big fan of these. You can also download an app where you can transfer images from this to your camera using Wi-Fi. So that's quite useful. If you're out and you forget a SD card or a micro SD card, you can still take some footage off of this without having to bring the camera back or go back and get SD cards. So in that sense, it's quite a handy camera. Price-wise, I've paid about 100, I think 110 for these, but to me, it's worth it. You'll save it in batteries in the long run. Now that's like over a very long period, but still, I just think these are good. So yeah, definitely worth having. And durability-wise, I recently had this at the pond that I am going to check now, and I found it in the water, and I'm pretty sure it had been there for a couple of days. It was well submerged. I put the video up. I took a video when I found it. It still works. I was looking there, the camera inside looks a little bit cracked or something from the water. It's obviously going to cause some damage, but it still works. So I'm going to put this out again today and we'll see how well it works. But so far, very, very good. So if you're looking for a trail camera, I would highly recommend this one. It's a Cyomur CY95. I'll put a link in my description. Having just checked at the pond, there's a certain type of scat or poo or something from what I presume is the otters. And I was trying to work out where they would be accessing this pond from. The stream goes down the hill, so what I'm going to do is put a trail camera further down the stream and see, because I don't know, are they coming out just across from the stream, it's a short run then, or are they coming out further down, then walking up on the ground? It's hard to know, so I'm going to put a trail camera maybe up there and one down here, so we'll see if we can find anything on those. So what I've decided to do is, there seems to be a little bit of a path here that leads up to the pond. So there's a bit of a crossroads. Now it's all overgrown here. I don't think an otter would have too much fun going through there. Maybe they would. But the path comes down, goes off over here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to set up a trail camera just there, and I'll have a view of both this side and over there. So the ground's soft enough that I can get that little post in just there. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Right, that's the not so good trail camera up and running. I don't think it's in the stablest of ground, so if it happens to fall down into the sort of wet mud and it dies, it won't be the end of the world. I've got my better trail camera, which I'm going to put near the stream a bit further down, and that will be in a less vulnerable position, and we'll see what we get. I'm seeing lots of deer footprints, things like that. Let's do a big micey jump here. This needs to be a bit of an action shot. Wait for this. Made it. Yeah, so we shall see if we have any joy. I'm feeling optimistic. The main thing is, because we have the other camera facing the pond, I can see tonight if there's a bit of a otter party going on, and if I don't have them on these trail cameras, I know they're coming a different way. After a week of getting footage, if they're not coming this way at least once, you know, it's a different way that they're going to be entering. So it'll be very interesting to see. The other thing I noticed is there was a bit of a den right beside the frog spawn. So I don't know if these otters actually moving in, or is it something else that's made that den? But I've never seen it before. It was a bit suspicious. If I was a frog, I'd be worried. So yeah, it's interesting scenes. Anyway, I'll go find a place to put this camera. And I'll record me putting that up. So I have assembled my second pole here, and I'm going to fix the camera to it because there's a bit of water here. We get to see if the otters are working their way up here. I kind of doubt they are. There is a little bit of a path to my right, so we'll see if this works. Again, I'm working with nature's tripod here, so enjoy the bushy footage. Another quick reason that I love these solar panel Ceyomur CY95 cameras is I'm about to connect it to my phone to be able to see what the camera is seeing, because often if you're attaching it to a tree or a post, trees tend to kick out at the bottom and you'll see the sky more and you won't actually see the ground or the area you're trying to look at. So it's always good to be able to check it in the field and see that it's right. There's nothing more annoying than when you think you're going to find something and then your camera, you've either not turned it on or it's not looking at the right place. It's very annoying because you might wait a week or more and that's time gone that you're not getting back. It can be frustrating. So it's worth just checking the camera to see that you're going to get what you want to get. So I'll actually do a screen recording to show you how it looks now. So now I'm actually walking in front of the camera and it's me. This is what the camera is seeing. So I can't show you this with my phone, but you can see me, and this is what you can see with the camera. So hopefully, if an otter comes up here, I'm hoping that it might pick us up. I might just angle the camera a bit more towards the ground. So if they come out over here, then I should get it. So I'm just going to angle it down a little bit and we'll see how that looks. So I'm just coming behind the camera now. And I think around there should do it. So yeah, that is what we're going for. And we'll see how that works. Sorry. Here you can see on this post there is some frog spawn. Now last year I saw lots of this in this area. It made me think something was up. And there was one telltale day where I came out, I saw a buzzard and I snapped a quick shot of it. And when I looked closer, you could just make out a frog. I'll try and dig the image out. So that's when I knew that the frogs were, yeah, being eaten by the buzzards. So that was the first thing. But it's just, for me, it's quite exciting this year, seeing all the other things that are here. You know, you just wouldn't expect it. That's why I love the trail cameras. You can see what's here when you're not here. So it's just amazing. Like now, if I went to that pond and looked at it, I would think there's nothing here. I'd think it's a dead place, there's not anything around. With the cameras, I can see everything that's coming out at night. And it's phenomenal. It really is very interesting. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. You might have learned something about the trail cameras. It might have helped you if you're making a decision on buying either of the two that I've mentioned. If you're just considering buying one, I might have given you some options. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully it turns out okay. And I will show you any footage that we get from the cameras we put out today. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.